Hello, it's Molly, and this is just a super quick little flip through video of my Back to the Roots prayer book from June. And I know June has been a while away, and who knows when you're even going to watch this, because the Back to the Roots series is still valid and still available pretty much as a starter kit whenever you want to begin. And I'm also noticing I don't have my rings on for the first time in like every video I've ever made. You can see the little tan lines from wearing them and little indentations from wearing them so much. But I have been swimming and I take my rings off when I go swimming, and so they're not on in my picture, which is, you barely even recognize my hands without my rings. Anyway, this is the Back to the Roots prayer book, made using the beautiful ephemera and cover kit that Amanda Follow the Phoenix Soul made for us specifically for that Back to the Roots series, which is still available at the Goddess Magic Mystery School. If you go there and click on the Back to the Roots collection under the collections tab, you can still access everything, the printable files, etc. So I just love this. I am rooted, I am held, I am supported. What a good reminder. And then inside, I used one of my Earth Prayer prompt cards and then one of our own business cards, which double as oracle cards, which is pretty genius if I do say so myself. Not to pat myself on the back too hard, but having those business cards work in that way is pretty fun. And then the inside, and this was just a 7-day series, a 7-day practice. So this is a 7-day journal, which I actually find is very helpful at focusing, and then also it's not too long, so you don't feel like you're making a lifetime commitment. As you already know, I've been running and doing and participating with 30 Days of Goddess for more than 2,000 days in a row now without stopping. And that sounds like a lot, right? So if you don't want to do 2,000 days, then 7 days can be a really nice targeted practice that's very specific. And so I have this little set of rituals that goes with the practice. And so I printed those out and then put them in to the book like this. And then these are the poems I wrote for each day that I actually typed first, and then these are the poems that I wrote for the ritual video series, and then I did my other practice prayer book and I wrote new poems, but for this I glued in the printed copies that I had done, and then other little notes and things. And there was a card, here's a wax seal that my daughter made, and then there was a set of color cards, so I put that in. So I am actually getting another 7-day practice series ready for a different event, and so that's what reminded me. I was packing this book up to take as an example for that series, and I thought, wait a second, I never made a specific video about this. And so you can see some of the kit components from Amanda in here. A rose, that's a real rose from my ritual, and those are clovers from our clover flowers from our ritual as well. My video is going out of focus here, sorry about that. And then a bookmark using some of Effie Wild's art for the bookmark. I love tag bookmarks. And then I make a little pocket on it out of a coin envelope, and then I put things into the pocket, so it's a multi-leveled experience as well. Oh, this opens up too. There's a lot of little things that open in this one. But yeah, if you are interested in creating a daily practice that makes space for the sacred and for yourself in your own life, and that is doable and can be folded into your busy days, then I do suggest that you start with something like this. Start with something like this, a 7-day practice. Make that commitment to the 7 days. There's a little booklet in the back. These were the readings that I was showing you that I had cut out that went with the ritual videos, and I also made it into a little booklet, so that little booklet is tucked into a pocket in the back. But anyway, feel free to check out the Back to the Roots series, which is still available for you all for free. And if you don't want, committing to a 7-day practice is really ideal. It'll set you up for fitting practices into your daily life and inviting in some more magic and more connection and more inspiration and more wonder and more of a sense of being rooted in your own life. But if for some reason that doesn't work for you, you could also do a 7-week practice. You could do one day each week. You could do a sacred Sunday practice where only on Sundays you do your practice. So it really is about creating something that fits your life, not about telling you what you have to do or how it has to look, but creating something that helps support, nurture, nourish, and sustain you as you move through your days. So thanks for watching. Feel free to check out 30daysofgoddess.com or the Goddess Magic Mystery School for more. Back to the Roots all lives at Goddess Magic Mystery School. 30 Days of Goddess holds each video and practice, the monthly videos and practices for our ongoing shared 30 Days of Goddess practice. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.